We humans are creatures of perception, not of sensation. And that has a very, very, very powerful implication. It means that we cannot see directly what is right in front of us. It means that whatever is right in front of us is perceived. A story is created around it. It is mediated by that story. So thus we go around and move around creating stories. Stories of what happened to me today. Stories of what happened in my childhood. Stories of how our culture came about to be. Stories that can assuage, calm, justify collective guilt, like, the story of great, American triumph upon the backs of slaves and immigrants, for instance. Stories can keep us stuck to an idea of a thing, but at the same time, stories can heal. When we can go back to those moments in our lives that were so very difficult and speak them, something incredible happens. First of all, just in giving it words, just in turning it into a story, we depersonalize it. We're offering it. We're letting it go to a certain degree. Its power over us quiets down. Second of all, we can start to realize, oh, this is not only my pain, especially as we start to hear other stories. This is where we can bring in mythology, fairy tales, folklore, right? We start to see, I'm not the first person to go through this, and I'm not going to be the last. And perhaps in hearing that other story, there may be some type of a clue, but more important, a clue as to how to deal, resolve, handle the situation, right? But more importantly, I'm taking an enormous burden which I myself and I alone have been carrying and offering it for the entire universe, for the entire cosmos, or at least the human experience to carry. But third, and here's the interesting one, here's the tricky one. I am identified with my story. I believe that the only way I can be is around this story. It's my story. I am the victim, the neglected child, the abused child, whatever. And so I've created my entire world around that perception, around that story, and that story colors everything I see. When I start to offer that story, when I hear other similar stories, then I can let go of that story. I can cease my identification with that story. Say, wait a second. It's true, this did occur, but that's not all that I have. There's so much more. And there's been so many people before me, and so many people after me, that will experience this story as well. So I now have room for growth, for something new, where before there was only an anchor.